You know your reputation's bad when a mystery happens at work and people don't even ask around. They come straight to you. He'd barely been back from lunch 30 seconds before I asked him, "Hey, did you do that thing everyone's losing their minds about over in the kitchen?" He froze halfway into his chair. "What thing?" "You know," I said, making a little swirl in the air with my hand. "That thing." Blank stare. No recognition at all. He got up, muttering under his breath, and went to check. 2 minutes later, he wandered back holding a biscuit like it was Exhibit A. He said, "Nope, wasn't me." I nodded slowly. The sort of nod that doesn't clear anyone's name, just quietly files them under still guilty. And apparently, that was enough to set him off. "Why me?" he said. "Out of everyone here, why would you come straight to me? You didn't ask Claire, you didn't ask Raj. You didn't even go around to have a look. You came to me first. Why is that?" I told him it was just a gut feeling, which is true, but also a polite way of saying history. That wasn't good enough. He leant forward in his chair like I'd insulted him. "Where's that coming from? What have I ever done that would make you think I would do something like that?" And then, without waiting for an answer, he gave me one. He started defending himself by rattling off examples of things he'd apparently done over the years that, to me, explained exactly why I'd come to him first. He said, "Okay, yeah, I once hollowed out that loaf of bread and used it as a USB hub. But that wasn't hurting anyone. Still plugged in, still worked, perfectly practical." I just stared at him. That was his opening defense. Hollow bread as technology. He kept going. "And sure, maybe I filled the HR director's office with 1,200 litres of packing peanuts. But that was for her birthday. It was festive." Right. Festive. A woman drowning in styrofoam. He said, "The moist print run? That was context dependent. Minimalist typography. 4 trays, 4 printers, 72-point font." And I thought, context dependent? What possible context justifies unleashing 600 sheets of the word moist into an unsuspecting workplace? He wasn't done. "The jelly thing? Freezing your car keys inside a block of jelly is harmless. The 'do not eat organ samples' label was just comedic garnish." I'd forgotten about that one. I remember opening the freezer, seeing a wobbling green cube with my keys suspended inside, and wondering which hospital was missing a very unserious biopsy. He said, "The harmonica in the ceiling fan? That was an art installation. Sad, wheezy art." I'm still not sure whether it was art or whether the fan was just trying to die with dignity. He added, "Training the cleaner's parrot to say, 'That's not your lunch,' whenever anyone opened the fridge. Come on, that was objectively brilliant. Public service announcement." And then the closer. "And yes, okay, there was a sugar swap when I replaced it with salt, then swapped it back before anyone could prove it. That's restorative justice." By the time he'd finished, I'd completely forgotten about what the original kitchen mystery even was. I wasn't even interested anymore. I was too busy processing the fact that my so-called work friend had, in the space of 3 minutes, delivered a TED talk on why he's statistically guilty of any unexplained office chaos. I said, "So yeah, that's why." He frowned. Why what? That's why I asked you first. He shook his head, still offended, as if the fact he'd just openly admitted to training a parrot, weaponizing dessert, and inventing USB bread somehow had no bearing on my suspicion. And I just thought, mate, if the kitchen toaster started screaming in Latin, I'd come to you first.